Syria is in a state of profound change. The country is grappling with the aftermath of Bashar al-Assad's rule. After decades in power, Assad was overthrown in December 2024. The echoes of the 14-year civil war still reverberate. Millions are displaced, infrastructure is in ruins. A new chapter has begun with the formation of a transitional government. This government faces the daunting task of rebuilding a shattered nation. It must also confront the deep divisions that fueled the conflict. The path ahead is fraught with challenges. The hope for a brighter future remains, though fragile. Syria's future hangs in the balance. The world watches with bated breath. Will peace prevail, or will the cycle of violence continue? At the helm of this new era is President Ahmed al-Sharaa. His background is both intriguing and controversial. Sharaa is a former leader of an Islamist group. This group was once affiliated with al-Qaeda. Sharaa's journey from jihadist to president is remarkable. He has pledged to lead Syria towards stability and inclusivity. However, his past continues to cast a long shadow. Some view him as a pragmatist who has renounced his extremist views. Others harbor deep suspicions. Sharaa's every move is scrutinized. His success or failure will depend on his ability to unite a fractured nation. He must also navigate the complex geopolitical landscape. The weight of history rests on Sharaa's shoulders. Can he transform from a figure of division into a symbol of unity? Only time will tell. Sharaa's government has enacted a constitutional declaration. This document outlines the framework for a 5-year transition period. It represents a delicate balancing act. The declaration acknowledges Islam as the president's religion. It recognizes Islamic jurisprudence as a main source of law. However, the declaration also incorporates secular principles. It enshrines the separation of powers. It guarantees judicial independence. It also upholds fundamental freedoms. These include women's rights, freedom of expression, and freedom of the media. The declaration is not without its critics. Some argue that it does not go far enough in protecting individual liberties. Others contend that it gives too much power to the president. The declaration is a starting point. It is not a final destination. Syria's future will be shaped by the way this document is interpreted and implemented. The world is watching closely. The Syrian people are grappling with a mix of emotions. There is widespread relief at the end of Assad's rule. His departure marks the end of an oppressive era. However, this relief is tempered by caution and uncertainty. Sharaa's past as a jihadist leader continues to raise concerns. Many Syrians, particularly minorities, view him with suspicion. They fear a potential shift towards Islamic extremism. They worry about their safety and rights. The ongoing violence and instability further fuel these anxieties. The scars of the civil war run deep. Trust is in short supply. The new government faces a monumental task. It must win the trust of a deeply divided population. It must also address the root causes of the conflict. Section 5. The shadow of violence, sectarian strife and revenge. The specter of sectarian violence continues to haunt Syria. The country is experiencing a surge in revenge killings. These acts of retribution target Alawites. This is the sect to which Assad belonged. Gunmen supporting Sharaa's government stand accused of carrying out these attacks. The death toll is mounting. The cycle of violence seems endless. It threatens to unravel the fragile peace. Sharaa has condemned the killings. He has vowed to hold the perpetrators accountable. However, his words have done little to quell the violence. The international community must pressure all sides to renounce violence. Justice and accountability are essential for lasting peace. Section 6. A volatile border, Israel's actions and threats. Adding to Syria's woes are tensions with Israel. Israel has conducted airstrikes on Syrian territory. These strikes target what Israel claims are Iranian military assets. They have also struck Palestinian militant groups. Israel's actions have further destabilized the region. They have also raised fears of a wider conflict. Israel views Iran's presence in Syria as a direct threat. It has vowed to take all necessary measures to counter it. Israel has also taken steps to engage with certain segments of Syrian society. It has provided humanitarian aid to Druze communities. It has offered work permits to Syrian Druze in the Golan Heights. These moves have been interpreted by some as an attempt to sow divisions within Syria. They have also drawn criticism from the international community. Section 7. The world reacts international response to Syria's transition. The international community has responded to Syria's transition with a mix of hope and caution. The United Nations has welcomed the constitutional declaration. It sees it as a step towards a political solution. However, the UN has also stressed the need for an inclusive political process. This process must involve all segments of Syrian society. The UN has called for an end to the violence. It has urged all parties to engage in dialogue. The international community has pledged to support Syria's reconstruction. However, the level of support remains limited. Many countries are hesitant to provide significant aid until there is a lasting peace agreement. Section 8, The Path Ahead, Sharaa's Challenges and Opportunities. Sharaa faces a daunting array of challenges. The task of rebuilding Syria is monumental. The country's infrastructure is in ruins, the economy is in shambles, millions are displaced. Sharaa must also address the root causes of the conflict. These include sectarian divisions, political repression, economic inequality. He must navigate a complex geopolitical landscape. He must contend with the competing interests of regional and global powers. Despite these challenges, Sharaa also has an opportunity. He can lead Syria towards a more democratic and inclusive future. Section 9. Syria's Uncertain Future. A crossroads of hope and fear. Syria stands at a crossroads. The country's future hangs in the balance. The outcome will depend on a number of factors. These include Sharaa's leadership, the actions of regional powers, and the support of the international community. There is hope that Syria can emerge from the ashes of war. It can be a beacon of peace and stability. However, there is also the fear that the country will descend further into chaos. The world watches and waits. Only time will tell what the future holds for Syria.